Here is something that is going to break your brain a little. The speed of light. It has almost nothing to do with light. Physicists have been calling it by the wrong name for 200 years. And once you understand what it actually is, the whole universe starts to make sense in a way it never did before. Stay with me. This one changes everything. Let's start simple. You measure distance in meters. You measure time in seconds. We use different units because, well, that is just how life works, right? You walk somewhere, you count the steps, you wait for something, you count the seconds. They feel completely different. But here is the twist. Space and time are not separate things. They are two faces of the same thing. Physicists call it spacetime. And just like you can measure the same distance in miles or kilometers, different units, same thing, space and time are connected to each other through a conversion factor. That conversion factor, we call it the speed of light. But watch what happens when you really dig into that. Imagine a world where every single car, every vehicle, everywhere, always travels at exactly 60 miles per h-hour. No faster, no slower, just 60 in that world. Would anyone bother having separate units for distance and time? You wouldn't say, I am going 60 miles. You'd just say, I am going 1 hour. And everybody would instantly know you mean 60 miles. The speed becomes invisible. It is just a conversion. That is exactly what is happening with the speed of light. This number, roughly 300,000 kilometers per second, isn't telling you how fast photons zip around. It is telling you the exchange rate between space and time. It is like a cosmic currency converter built into the fabric of reality. Now here is where it gets genuinely wild. Right now, sitting still, reading this, you are moving. Not through space, but through time. 1 second per second, forward, constantly, unstoppably. And it turns out every single object in the universe is always moving through space-time at exactly the same total rate. Always, no exceptions. When you sit still, all your motion goes through time. The moment you start moving through space, some of that gets redirected. Like tilting a hose, the water doesn't increase. It just points somewhere new. Move through space faster, and you move through time slower. That is time dilation. It is not some weird sci-fi side effect. It is just geometry. It is what happens when space and time are the same thing, and you only get a fixed budget of motion to spend between them. The maximum speed through space-time, that is c, what we call the speed of light. You've probably heard nothing can go faster than the speed of light. What that actually means is nothing can go faster than the maximum speed that cause and effect in travel. If something could go faster than c, you could send information backward in time from someone else's point of view. Effects could happen before their causes. The whole logical structure of the universe, cause leads to effect here, then there, would collapse. So physicists sometimes call c the speed of causality. The universe protects itself by making it physically impossible to exceed it. And the mechanism, as you try to go faster, your effective mass increases. The faster you go, the more energy it takes to go even faster approach c, and you'd need infinite energy to get there. It is a cosmic speed limit, not enforced by a cop, but by geometry itself. Now here is the part that genuinely messed physicists up for decades. If you run toward a flashlight, shouldn't the light be coming at you faster from your perspective? The answer is no. And it is not because light is special. It is because when you start moving, your whole relationship with space and time shifts. Your notion of right now changes. Your measurements of distance compress. Your clock slows down. All of these adjustments happen in precisely the right way so that no matter what you are doing, no matter how fast you are moving, when you measure the speed of light, you always get the same number. This isn't light following rule. This is space-time having a shape, and c is just what that shape looks like from the inside. Here is a thought experiment to close with. Imagine a universe with no light, no photons, complete darkness. Would c still exist? Yes, absolutely. You'd find it in gravitational waves and how massive particles behave as they're pushed faster and faster. In the math that describes cause and effect across space, you might call it the causality constant or the space-time exchange rate. But it would be the same number. We only call it the speed of light because historically, light is how we stumbled onto it. Einstein didn't start by saying assume light moves at a constant speed. He started by taking two observed facts seriously. That physics works the same for everyone moving at constant velocity, and that electromagnetic equations seemed consistent, no matter who was measuring them. The constant speed of light fell out of the math. It was a consequence, not an assumption. So the next time you hear nothing can travel faster than light, translate it in your head. Nothing can travel faster than the maximum rate at which cause and effect can propagate through the structure of space-time. Light just happens to hit that limit because it has no mass. But c would be there even if light didn't exist. It is not a speed limit for photons. It is the speed limit of reality. If that just rearranged something in your brain, subscribe, because that is what this channel does.